Oh, look in there. That is one heck of a cake. Now just look at that. That is Dundee cake made. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today we're on the east coast of Scotland in a little place called Dundee. We're making a Dundee cake. We're going to make it old school like it was originally made by a company in Dundee that actually made marmalade. Now the company was called Keiller, and like I said, they made marmalade, but they were the first ones to commercially make a cake like this and sell it everywhere. Now obviously Dundee cake has been made and it goes all over the world now, but it's a fantastic testament to that company in Scotland. And today we're using the high sapientia air fryer oven, and we're going to cook everything in there on the bake setting. It has a bake setting on a low and high fan, and we're going to use the low fan and cook it for a little bit longer. And I'm 100% certain this can make this cake, so we're going to give it a go. Right, we got some butter in here. We're going in there with our sugar, and what we're going to do is cream it up. So it's just nice and straightforward. Just cream up your butter and sugar. Now you could really go to town and make it really light and fluffy, whipped up. That is up to you. All we need to do is give it a good mixing in and try and get it fully incorporated and just a little bit light. So I'm just going to give that a little turning in. I just want to bring that in there. And we'll just carry on a little bit more. That's our butter and sugar mixed in there. Now you'd normally go in there one egg at a time and mix it in and mix it through. But you know, I'm going in there with all my eggs. Now to stop it from curdling, I'm going to go in with a little bit of flour. Okay, we're just going to give this a mix in. We don't make this hard, you know, it's a straightforward mix. The flour stops it from curdling. And if you have to put a little bit more flour in, put a little bit more in, because it's being mixed in anyway. So that is our eggs mixed in there. I'm just going to go in there with our ground almonds. And we're just going to give that a little mix through. So ground almonds or almonds, whatever you want to call them, spell almonds, everybody calls them almonds. They're in there. Just stir everything in. Bring it all in from the side of the bowl. We don't want to be leaving anything around the side. We want to get it in and mix it in. I'm using self-raising flour, so we're going to put all of that in there. Now you can go half and then a bit more, up to you. I'm going in there with a pinch of salt. Straightforward baking. Just give it a mix in. Just bring in the side. We want all that flour in there. So bring it in, clean out your bowl into there. Stir it in. Now this is where we're going to build up our flavours. In there with whiskey or orange juice of your choice. I'm going in there with a bit of the old traditional. It's in there, it's on the shelf over there. And then we're going to keep it a little bit traditional. I'm going in there with some marmalade. Now this is homemade marmalade, and no, there isn't a video on the site just yet. It has been filmed and maybe go on. I'm also going to go in there with mixed peel. However, this is not mixed peel as such. It is a mixed peel, but it's more orange peel. You know, I'm trying to keep this recipe a little bit more traditional. You know, if they made marmalade, they used oranges. I'm also going to go in there with some mixed spice. We need some mixed spice in as flavouring. This is the same sort of spice as pumpkin spice. So we're just going to go in there and we're going to stir it all in. Now, you could have put your mixed spice in with your flour if you so wish. That is entirely up to you. I'm just going to put it in now. All the flavoured stuff's going in together. Give that a little mix through, and then I'm going to put my fruit in. That is really incredible. Citrusy. You get the smell of that alcohol in there. Oh, that to me is fantastic Scottish right there. Okay, that is our mixing done. Now again, keeping in with the tradition of the marmalade company, we are going to zest in an orange. Now, I've shown you before on the channel, you zest over the top and then you get just the orange zest that you require and not the pith. As you can see, it's all orange zest with no white. If you zest up and down like this, like some people do, you can't see what you're taking off. It's impossible. So over the top, nice and gently, let's have some of that orange zest off there. Okay, in with our zest. And then we're going in with our fruit. So in with our cherries. Nice to have just a splash of red in there. Right, the fruit, as per the description, I have soaked this in black tea and Scotch whisky. It's been soaked for about 4 hours. It's completely plumped up. We've got this lovely soft plump fruit. In it goes. Now I have drained it so there's no extra moisture going in there. And then all we're doing is just stirring that through. Fold it all in. That is a good batter. That really is a good batter. Now, traditionally, Scots make a Dundee cake for Christmas or the Christmas time. But you know, Dundee cake is available all year round. And it's a fantastic cake to make and have all year round. Like I say, we're using the high sapientia air fryer oven today. You can use any oven at home. Preheat your oven to 150 degrees. This has got a bake setting on here, so we are going to just set this to 140, which is the bake setting. So we turn it on, it's straightforward, and on the dial you have various settings, and the second dial in is the bake setting, and it sets to 140 immediately. With this setting you have a low and high fan speed. So if I just turn it on, and I can demonstrate that. If you look here, we have a low speed button. If I press the fan button, we now increase it to high. I'm going to go back to low. I'm going to try this cake on low, and we're going to cook it probably for about 1.5, 1 3/4 hours at 140 until a skewer comes out clean. So just let that preheat for a couple of minutes, and then we'll put our mix in our tin and it can go in there. Okay, today I am using a whopping 8-inch cake tin. It's quite high, it's quite deep, and hopefully the air fryer and the tin will help the cake rise. We will see. I've lined it out on the bottom and the sides, and we're ready just to put our mix in. So just bring it up to the side of your cake paper. Now we want a little tap tap, and we need to smooth the cake top with the back of a spoon or a spatula, anything like that. Just smooth your cake top a little bit. rotate it, smooth it. Don't make a big drama out of it. It doesn't matter if it's not completely smooth. Try and level it as the best you can. Okay, and this cake we are going to decorate with blanched almonds or almonds, and I'm coming in like that. You can come in as far as you want on your cake, up to you. So just get your almonds on there, or almonds. I'm not going to tell you how to say it. Now that's looking very, very pretty. We're going to come in with another layer on the inside of that. And then we might just put 4 in the middle, I think. Now that looks superb. That really does look pretty. It looks a bit special. Ready for the oven. Okay, we're just coming straight in there. Straight on that bottom rack. In there. Yeah, it's 60 minutes. Not a problem. In 60 minutes, we will just check the cake and reset it for another 30 minutes. Okay, we've had the first hour on there. Now I'm 100% certain it will not be cooked through, but we're going to stick a skewer in and we're going to have a look. Oh, that is a fabulous cake. It's cracking on the top, but don't worry about that, it'll probably go back in. So let's just get a skewer in there. No, so what we are going to do, we're going to cover it. So cover your cake in tin foil, and that's going back in there. We're going to hit that for another 20 minutes. Okay, I think what we need to do, we need to be hitting this with a higher temperature. So we're coming up the temperature. I think we're going to have to increase the temperature. So we're going to go for about 160 for about 20 minutes. Okay, that should have it. Let's get that out of there and have a look. Oh, look at that. And look at that, as clean as a whistle. Oh, right, let's have that out of there. Look at that thing. That is absolutely incredible. Just look at that. It's cracked a little bit. It could settle. If it doesn't settle, we ain't worried. There's nothing we can do with it just now. We have to give it a good 5 minutes. Just cool down slightly, and then I'm going to actually keep him with a little bit more tradition. I'm going to brush the top of that with marmalade when we get it out of here. Now, you wouldn't normally, but you know, you could have a glaze on there, milk and sugar, or a sugar water glaze, or even apricot jam. But you know, the smell is incredible. It is really incredible. So I'm going to brush that with a little bit of marmalade. That is unbelievable. That is how to cook a Dundee cake in an air fryer. Oh. Okay, we need to go for it. We can't leave it. It's got to get on there. We've got to take it out. This is red hot. Well, that's a good start. That dropped off. And let's reveal the cake. Oh! Oh, look at that. That is wonderful. We need to take that off there and drop it on there. Now that is one fantastic looking cake. Look at that. Now I'm happy with that. Being cooked in an air fryer. I've never seen a Dundee cake cooked in an air fryer before. I am really pleased. That is incredible. All we got to do now is glaze it over the top. Now, like I say, you could use apricot jam, anything like that. But you know, I'm sticking with the tradition. I'm sticking completely with tradition, and we're going to blast a little bit of marmalade over the top. That is one heck of a cake. That is truly magnificent. It's absolutely boiling, you know, but I really do want to take a slice. Now, with a Dundee cake, you should leave it at least 2 to 3 days. You need to wrap it up between 2 to 3 days. But you know, in the interest of this video, we are going to let this cool a little minute, and we're going to give it a cutting. Right, this thing is still absolutely boiling, and as you know, you wouldn't cut this cake. It would be wrapped up for 3 days, but you know, in the interest in this video, we got to see what that cake's like inside there. We can't wait 3 days, so we're going to cut some. We're just going to cut straight into this cake, and we'll pull out a slice. So let's come in here. So this is very moist. I think it's going to be crumbly because it hasn't had time to set up. Oh, look in there. That is one heck of a cake. It is really hot. We shouldn't be doing this. Let's take a slice. Now just look at that. That is Dundee cake made. Now you shouldn't really touch Dundee cake for 3 days. It should be wrapped up, but you know, in the interest of the video, we're going to give it a go. I mean, it looks incredible. Smells incredible. The almonds are incredible. That is soft, it's moist, it's delicious. Smells it. Oh. That truly is wonderful. Oh, that citrus and that fruit. And obviously, if you let it settle for 3 days, it's going to be more compact, it's going to be dense, all the flavours are going to be through there. But that is a fantastic cake. So that's it then. Air fryer, cooked a Dundee cake. Have you seen it before? I'm not sure I have. It can be done. We've done it. If you like what we're doing, don't forget, smash that like and subscribe, share with your friends, all that kind of stuff. We'll catch you in the next video.